Hi, welcome to this Synergi Plant skill video again. So today I'm going to show you how to make some custom screen. Okay, so this is mainly for consultant, but not only in the project phase. Sometimes you also need to do some demo or do some pilot project, and you need to make some custom screen. And sometimes during the project, you also need to make some simpler custom screen. Okay, but this doesn't mean that you cannot use any other customization method or ask the product team to do the enhancement. This is just to increase or improve your skill. Okay, so for this video, I have prepared 3 scenarios. Because of the video, don't want it to be too long, so in this video, I will just cover the scenario 1 and scenario 2. And for scenario 3, is a little bit complicated, so I will make another video only for the scenario 3. So what are these scenarios? The first one, I'm trying to make a very simple, clean HTML screen. So start from scratch, so you can know that how can you do a custom screen and define the screen inside Synergi Plant. So that's it about the scenario 1. Just add a simple scenario. But it doesn't mean that it's not useful. It could be very useful when you know how to do some simple custom screen, just to show some information or even attach a document, like in this case. Okay, scenario 2 is about create a custom screen, but can also call some Synergi Plant screens. So this is sometimes very useful. But if you want to know more, you also need to look at the scenario 3 video, how you can interact both ways. But scenario 2 is about the map demo. I think some of you in the legacy DME may have seen that from me before. We can make a map and different pictures and different areas, so you can drill down to the different material, and then from the material you can also drill down to the asset, drill down to a tag or to some other assets or even activities, and using the simple hyperlink in Synergi Plant. But to take care of the security issue, you also need to run it within Synergi Plant web application, and I will show you that. Okay, so for scenario 1, let's start with the scenario 1. To do this, you just need some basic HTML knowledge, know how to write some HTML or change some HTML syntax. And the example I'm going to do now is to add a screen in Synergi Plant and just show a document. Okay, the document I use is a user menu, and also I will add some useful hyperlink just to show you how to do that. And the steps here, first you need to, of course, prepare your HTML file, prepare the page. And then in this example, as I say, I will embed a user menu PDF file. And after that page is ready, then you need to define this screen in Synergi Plant, define the program, and also assign which user can see it. Okay, so let's start with the scenario 1 now. For all the 3 scenarios, I have prepared the material here. So during the demo or during the video, I will copy the folder one by one into the Synergi Plant folder. Okay, so let's do the part 1 first. I will copy that into the Synergi Plant web folder. Okay, so if you have some knowledge about Synergi Plant, you should know where to find the web folder. And for the purpose of keep the custom stuff outside, I will make a folder. This is called custom screen with the underscore, so it always appear on top. And this is also good to maintain, so every time you just need to focus on this folder. The rest are from product. And later on, if the product get upgrade, you can still keep the custom folder within the project or within the pilot. Okay, so for the part 1, I will copy the folder here and rename it, remove the part 1 in front. So let's take a look. There are only 2 files inside. As in the scenario 1, we are going to just make a simple page. And this page, let's take a look. It's a very simple HTML page. it has the title. So this is the title called Synergi Plant, Facility Management, User Menu, and Useful Link. Okay, and then there is an object. This is the HTML syntax to embed the file, a PDF file. So this is the PDF file, the user menu file. Okay, I embed in here. So because of that, you also need the PDF file placed in the same folder on the server. And then if the client browser doesn't have a PDF viewer to see it, then you can click here to, it has a hyperlink to the PDF file also. So they can download the PDF file and use some other viewers or see later. Okay, and in addition to that, there are also two hyperlinks. Okay, again, this is a very simple HTML syntax. So one hyperlink is linked to the Synergi Plant product website on the internet, on the DMVGL web page. Another hyperlink is just linked to the DMVGL website, the general company website. Okay, so this is just to show you how it works. Okay, so now I have this web page, and I also have the folder and the file. So the next thing is I need to define this page in the Synergi Plant. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do now. So I will log in Synergi Plant. And okay, to define a new page is mainly two things. Okay, one is the screen. You need to define a new screen point to the page, whether it's a SPX, ASP, or HTML page. So point to your starting page, and then you need to define a program to show that on the menu. So this is what I'm going to do now. So first we go to administration module. Okay, so first thing, define a screen. Okay, if you want to make some new icon, you can define an image here. Okay, for me, I'll just define a new screen. So click on the new. Okay, and here give it a name. I will call it facility menu page. Okay, make it simple. And then you can put some description here. Facility, user menu, and some links. Okay. Okay, then this is the most important thing. Where is your URL? Where is the page? Okay, so it all starts with the Synergi Plant root folder. Okay, so let's take a look. This is a Synergi Plant folder. So actually, the page is within starting from the custom screen. Okay, so I will copy this and paste here. Okay, but because it is a URL, so you cannot use backslash, it's a slash. And then the file name, okay, to avoid any error, I will just copy again the file name, the ASPX file. But actually it's a HTML file, okay, that's okay. So let's define this as the screen URL. Okay, and no parameters, and refresh on a set change doesn't matter, active yes. Okay, so save this screen. Okay, and then you can assign functionality for the screen. Okay, what is the functionality? For example, add a functionality like open and view. Okay, so save it. So I have defined two functions. It depends on the role setting in the system, who can run which function. But for this purpose, I just want to show you how to see it. Okay, so close it. So now I have defined a new screen, and if you want to see it, you can show all of them. Okay, and you can search for something like facility. Okay, so this is a new screen, facility menu page, right? So after the screen is defined, we can go to the program. The program is basically the menu you see, yeah, the modules and the menus you see. So where we want to put this, Okay, it's a facility user menu, so I want to put it under the facility modules. And let's take a look where to put it. Okay, maybe just right in the facility menus. Okay, right under this. So I can, okay, I will put it here in the third level. So I will create a menu here under the facility after the facility dashboard. Okay, you can actually put it in any place you want. So I will define a new program, right? So give it a name, facility menu and link. Okay, of course you can name it the way you want. Okay, and here also facility. This label is actually what it shows. Okay, so that is a name and the label. Okay, and the sequence already is the number 4 because here I already have 3 menus. So this is the number 4, and asset module. And then you need to select the screen. So that's the most important thing. Link to the screen you just defined. So we just show all and try to find FAC. Okay, facility menu. Where is my facility menu page? So this is the screen. Okay, assign it. All right, no parameter again. And the image, this is the icon showing on the screen. Okay, so I will just select any icon. Looks like a menu. Okay, maybe this one. It doesn't matter. Okay, assign the icon. Okay, refresh on asset change. This is for the assets data sensitive screen. And show asset tree. It depends on do you want to show the asset tree. Okay, I don't need to show the asset tree because this is the menu for the whole facility module. So save it. And then the second tab page will be showing here. The second page is about assign the role. So who can see this screen? Okay, and I can assign to all users. Okay, and remember by default the super user MGR can always see it. Okay, so just finish define the screen and define the program. Now I will test it. Okay, go to the asset modules. Now here you see that after the dashboard, I have a new screen coming out. This is the facility menu. So you click on it, then it will run the screen you just defined. Okay, it's a simple HTML page, so it doesn't have any interaction with the system. But as you can see, you can show the page, and the page embed a document. This is a PDF document. So basically, this is a user manual for the facility modules. Okay, and if I scroll down, there are also 2 hyperlinks here. If I click the hyperlink, open another tab page. Okay, and this is linked to the DMV GL product page. Okay, click another hyperlink, link to the DMV GL website. Okay, so that's the simple way to define a very simple HTML page. Okay, you define your own screen and put some document, put some information. But until now, there's no data interaction between the new custom screen and the Synergi Plant system, right? So that's the scenario 1. Okay, let's close this. Close this. Okay, now let's move on to the scenario 2. Okay, that's scenario 1. Okay, scenario 2 is about almost the same thing. I define a new screen to my custom screen, but the custom screen also call another custom screen. So it's a drill down demo things, right? And at the end of the last custom screen, I make a hyperlink to call the Synergi Plant product screens. Okay, so if you see here the steps, okay, prepare the HTML file just like we did in the scenario 1, and then when for the object which needs to call back Synergi Plant. So this scenario is trying to show you how to call back other Synergi Plant screen, right? And the scenario 3 in the next video will show you how to call out from Synergi Plant and passing some data parameter to your custom screen. Okay, so to call back to Synergi Plant, first you need to find out the URL within Synergi Plant and embed it and with the same URL in the HTML file, right? And then the step is the same as scenario 1. You define the screen and define the program assigned to user. Okay, so I will just show you what it is, so that will be more clear. Okay, so let me go to my previous folder. So this is the part 2, okay, a map demo. It's not really a map, it's a static image or whatever material you can get from the customer. So I will copy it into the same folder here. So make it within the Synergi Plant web application, right? And remove the part 2. So now I have a web demo page. So let's take a look of this page. The first page, which is the screen I want to define in Synergi Plant, is the ASP page. Okay, so this page is also quite simple. First, it defines an image. Okay, the image is a PNG file. So that's the static image. And within the image, it defines 4 different areas. That's the HTML area, and use the polygon. Okay, how to create this? You can use Photoshop. You can use other image editing tool to create a polygon or other area inside a static image. So this HTML tag actually say I use this map, and the map is here. Okay, so this area are defined with the coordinates. Okay, so and this first side map ASP, when you click on an object inside the area, okay, what it will do, it will actually call the URL you define. So if you see here, there are 4 different areas. One is the south, north, east, west. Okay, so if we click on the west, it will actually show the hyperlink here. So that means it goes to the second page, right? So it's a drill down from the map, goes to the second page, the second ASP page. And then the second ASP page is doing the similar things. It has another image with another map defined. And this one goes to the third screen. Okay, so this is going to the third screen. But as you can see, this is another image. It's a GIF file. So whatever static material you can get from the customer as a sample or proof of concept, you can use that to define your story for drill down. Okay, the third one is more complicated. First, it will do the same. It has image. It has image GIF pictures. It also has a map that defines 3 polygons. But this polygon actually will call the tag. So it drill down to an asset. So it call the tag URL. So what is the tag URL? It's defined here in the ASP syntax. So it starts with the Synergi Plant home and the common asset page URL, and then the specific asset ID for each asset. Okay, and then the common URL is defined on top here. So this is the home, this is the asset page. Okay, I will show you how it looks first, then we come back to see why it works. Okay, so now I have this page. Now I want to define a screen and point to this ASP. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. So I go to the administrator module again. Yeah, the same way we do the scenario 1. So now I do the new screen. I create a new screen here. So this is to say this is the map view, right? And as you know, it's not really a digital map, it's a static picture. Okay, doesn't matter. So I call it map view. Okay, and then this is important to define my screen point to my file. right? So again, I just copy from the location, starting from the Synergi Plant root folder, right? And change this to slash, okay? And then with the file name, what is the file name? This is the page I want to point to. That's the ASP file. So I copy this. So actually you can see that whatever program you make as a ASP, ASP.NET, or VB Script or HTML, you can define a screen point to that. Okay, and again, no parameters. Yeah, the parameter, passing parameter, it will be later in another video. So I save this and assign the view functionality again. Okay, so I just say this is, I can open, I can view. All right, so now I have defined the screen. Close it. The next step is the same. Again, I define a program, a menu item to show that custom screen. So here where I want to show it is a map view. So I want to show it under the dashboard module, right after the KPI. Okay, that's the reasonable place. So I come here, create a new program, and I will call it a map view. And then the label is also called map view. Okay, the number 4 in the menu, and then link to a screen I just defined. Okay, it's very difficult to find a screen, so you need to use the filter here. Use the map. Okay, so this is my new screen. Assign to it and save it. Right, once you save it, you will see the assign user coming out. So again, assign some user who can see this screen. Yeah, for this purpose, I will just say everybody can see it. Close it. So that's it. I define another custom screen to see my page. Okay, so let's take a look. So go to the dashboard module. Now you see that I have a map view screen, but it doesn't have an icon. Okay, so where is missing? The image I didn't define. So in that way, you can actually go back and forth, right? So I go to the administration module to check that where is my map view program. So come to the program and then go to dashboard, home, and the map view. Okay, click on this, modify. So here is the image. Okay, I missed the image. So for the map, I will select, try to find some nice icon, which looks like a map. Okay, so for example, I will just select image here. Okay, I use this as a static image. So I define an icon to it. Okay, save again. Now I can close it and go back to check the dashboard. So this time I see the icon coming out, right? So remember there is a screen and then point to the URL. There is a program associated with the screen and defined with the image. Okay, so now if I click on this map view, then I will see this is actually my ASP page, and it has static pictures. So it's from the Google capture, but it's actually a static pictures. But for the demo purpose, this is good enough, right? So you have the picture, this is your plant, and it has 4 areas, the west and north and east and south. So if I click on the polygon, remember this is a polygon defined in the ASP file. I click on the west, then it drill down to another pictures. So this is a picture, just simple picture showing the different area within the west area. And you can see that there are some production unit, compression chain 1 or GC something. Okay, you can even go back. Okay, click on the west again. And then you can click on this one, go to the third page. Okay, the third page is actually a process flow diagram. So I capture it from a PDF and make it an image. So you have the image, but again, I also define the polygon on the asset. Okay, so these are the 3 different vessels. So if I click on this vessel, this is my demo vessel, and it will open another screen and open the vessel. So for the demo purpose, this looks like a drill down from the image or the picture you have. And it doesn't need to be a digital map. Okay, so whatever material you have, what you need to do with the client is to actually mapping the object inside their file or the drawing or the pictures to the hyperlink we have in Synergi Plant. Okay, so now it open. And there is a very important question to this, why it can open it directly, right? Why it doesn't need to log in? Because I open it from outside ASP program, right? But it can open it without showing the login. You don't need to log in again. And the answer to that is because I run it here. I run it within the Synergi Plant framework, and because of that, it will use the same web session, if you know what it is. You use the same web sessions to open the page you need. So actually your login information or security check is already done when you first log in into Synergi Plant. So that means it's quite important you attach that or define that screen within Synergi Plant as a program so that it can open the screen directly and open to the tag here. Okay, to illustrate that, I will show you another way, then you will understand. Okay, so let me just open the IE. So let's say I never log in Synergi Plant. So what happens if I directly access that page? Okay, so I will try to say HTTP and my machine name, and then the custom screen map demo. Okay, so this is the URL, right? This is the URL I define for my custom screen. So if I click here, okay, I can see the map. Because until now, there's no interaction with the Synergi Plant. I can click, drill down, but when I click here, then it asks me to log in. Okay, so you got it? Because this is not running inside Synergi Plant, this is running outside the Synergi Plant framework. So if you want to call a hyperlink to an existing screen with the URL, then it will show you not the URL because you haven't logged in. Okay, so that's about the scenario 2. So let's take a look. The scenario 2 here, it also define a custom screen, but with the drill down. But something more to the scenario 2 is that we use the existing Synergi Plant screen as the embedded hyperlink URL, so that you can actually call back to Synergi Plant. All right. And to understand more about that, you may need to know that, okay, how do I get this URL? First, you go into Synergi Plant and find the URL. The URL may be very long, and then you need to understand something about the URL encoding, okay, how to convert that to a simple URL. Okay, but all these are the simple HTML knowledge, which as an implementer, you should know already. All right, so that's the video for the scenario 1 and 2. In the next video, I will show you a more complex situation. How to make a custom report with the data-driven parameters. So from Synergi Plant, you can call to this report and also passing some data to come out with some result for your report. Okay, so wait for the next video. Bye-bye.